I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. It's all over. I'm the only one left.
Hello and welcome to my review of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture by the Chinese Room and Sony Santa Monica Studio. It's the mid-1980s and Dr. Catherine Collins is the only living soul left in the village of Yulton. An incident occurred in the village that also spread to the surrounding areas, including the village of Tipworth, rendering both areas completely lifeless. It's up to you to find out what happened to the people there and what was the incident that occurred. The story in Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is absolutely fantastic. Due to the more open-ended nature of the game, you have to really piece together the story yourself, and you'll find kind of the story broken up into parts, like different kind of story arcs, focusing on different characters within the two villages, and it does a great job of making these characters feel human, and you'll actually connect with a good few of these characters, and it's really good but cool because these people are really close because, you know, they all live in a village, they all know each other, it's a really small place, so I kind of like that, and it's great to see the different relationships between these people, and it's great to see the events that had happened leading up to the actual incident, and it's a really good plot device. I really enjoyed the story and had a very well done ending. Really enjoyed the story. It's very good. Now, gameplay-wise, this type of game is branded as a walking simulator. If you've seen any of the Chinese Room's previous games, such as Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, and Dear Esther, you're kind of come to expect a kind of linear walking simulator with a narrator. It's very basic stuff. But Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is a little bit different in that the game is completely open. So you're free to explore the village of Yulton and the surrounding areas at your own pace. You can choose to go wherever you want. The game does give you a little bit of a hand. It has a glowing kind of light orb that shows you where to go to learn more about the particular story arc that you're on. But you're free to go onto skip places if you want, and it's actually possible to finish the game without finishing any of the story arcs. It means, though, that you won't really know as much of the story and you won't really understand what is going on, so that's probably not recommended, but you can do that if you want to. And this is kind of cool because, as I said with the story, it kind of, you know, you have to piece the things together, and it's kind of interesting seeing all the different characters, and you'll end up actually missing things, which will actually force you to go back and replay it, which I quite like, because then when you play the game again, you'll kind of see the game now in a different light, and seeing these story kind of bits that you missed actually adds more to the game, and I like that. But yeah, it's basically what they term the walking simulator. You go around, you explore the environment, you can interact with objects, such as computers and radios to get bits of dialogue. You'll also find like these glowing light orbs, which will sort of play like a flashback where you see the characters interacting, and yeah, it's very basic stuff, but it works for the type of game that Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is. It's very narrative focused. And for me, I can get past, I do enjoy a good narrative focused game, so this doesn't really bother me as much. Though, if you don't enjoy a very slow paced game where you have to really kind of smell the roses, as it were, then you're not going to like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. If you're not a big fan of the previous Chinese Room games, you're not going to like this game. Just getting that out there. But I don't mind. I really enjoyed it. So, take that for what it's worth. I really enjoyed the gameplay. I think it really works for the type of game that it is. And I enjoy, you know, taking it slowly. And I find Yulton to be very calming, so that helps too. Graphically, the game looks incredible. This game runs on the CryEngine 3, and my god, does this game look amazing. The lighting is excellent. The environments look great. Textures are kind of, they're alright. I mean, from a distance they look okay, but really up close they're kind of a bit, they're not the greatest. But overall, the game looks fantastic. The art style is great. They did a really good job of recreating an English countryside village in the 1980s. It looks very kind of... It has those kind of the red telephone boxes, like the pubs, the very kind of small houses. You know, you get that feeling from it, and it's very well done. They definitely put a lot of attention to detail there, and it reminds me of a lot of countryside towns I've seen here in Ireland as well. So of course we don't have red telephone boxes and stuff, but in some ways we're kind of similar. So yeah, I do enjoy the style of the game. It looks great. I do think graphically this game looks amazing. Sound-wise, the game has fantastic music composed by Jessica Curry, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's an orchestral soundtrack. It's very melancholy, and during certain moments it'll kick in, and it really adds a sense of atmosphere, and it really does set the kind of the tone of that moment. And of the kind of the bits that you can, like the flashbacks that you might see. It really does a good job of doing that, and I really enjoy the music. And you can actually buy the music separately if you want, which is I suppose a nice touch. If you want to get the music, you can do that. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, but the game sounds absolutely fantastic. The voice acting is great. Some great voice acting here. A lot of people you might recognize some of the voice actors and actresses in the credits, but a lot of unknowns here, and they did a really good job. I'm sort of noticing that more now, and the more games I'm playing, I'm finding a lot of these great unknown voice actors who are doing fantastic jobs. They really should be commended for what they've done here, and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Great sound work overall. Great, just across the board, absolutely fantastic. Now, in terms of performance, the game runs at 30 frames per second. It runs fine, though at times the frame rate will drop, and you will get a bit of stuttering from time to time, which can be quite annoying. It's not unplayable, though I hope over the next couple of weeks or over the coming months that the Chinese room will fix these issues to make it a bit more of a smoother experience, because I think the stuttering can be a little off-putting. But overall, there's nothing wrong. There aren't really any bugs. I encountered like some weird graphical glitches, but other than that, the game doesn't really have many bugs. Doesn't really have any bugs. Sorry, so I haven't had the game crash on me. The game has been absolutely fine in terms of that. In terms of bugs and glitches, nothing big to report. Now, value for money, you're probably asking. Well, thanks to this game being open-ended, it has got a lot of replayability, because you might miss on certain story arcs, you might miss certain pieces of an actual story arc, and so you'll actually have a reason to go back and play this game. There's a plentiful of trophies as well. They're actually really unique trophies. I know that sounds weird to comment on that, but trust me, these trophies are unlike any other trophies I've seen in the game. They do require you to think outside the box, and they're just some really unique ones that I quite like. Yeah, there's that too. And you'll get a decent amount of time of the game if you really do kind of take your time and explore all the environments as the game wants you to. You'll get at least 5 or 6 hours of the game, definitely. So I definitely think it is worth the money if you are into this sort of game. So I do think it's got its value there. If you're into a walking simulator, as they call them, walking simulators, you will enjoy this game. Though I don't really get why they call them that. Well, I don't mind the idea of a walking simulator where you actually have to focus on the narrative, and it's great. It's like an interactive storybook in a way, but it's more than that, I guess. It's hard to explain, but it's got a certain, and I hate saying this, je ne sais quoi, as they say. So yeah, I do like, this is my first the Chinese room game, and I like it. I think Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is a really, really good game. It's got a great story. It looks great. I love the setting, and I love a lot of things about this game. It's that kind of game. It's very likable. So overall, I think if you like these kind of games, if you like a game that's very slow-paced, focuses on the story, has a great sense of immersion and setting, you will like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I give Everybody's Gone to the Rapture a 9.5 out of 10. Well, that's going to cut it here, folks. I'd like to thank you very much for watching Richard G234. If you'd like to support my channels, hit the subscribe button, like, and share. You can also follow me on Twitter, and you can also follow me on Twitch. Links will be in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! This review and all of its contents are protected by fair use law. I do not monetize these videos, nor do I plan to monetize these videos. These are just made as a personal hobby and for viewers' enjoyment. Thank you.